Hello and welcome to the SAP HANA Academy. My name is Dennis van Kempen, and in this video tutorial series I will show you how to set up and manage SAP HANA System Replication. In this video I will discuss disabling System Replication. Let's switch to HANA Studio. Here on the Overview tab of the Administration Console you can see that all services are active and in sync. When we select the link, we are directed to the System Replication section under the Landscape tab. This view queries the monitoring view m_system_replication for us. And we can see that the replication mode is sync, the status is active, and that the secondary is fully recoverable. In other words, all is well. So how do we disable system replication? Select your source system or primary system from the context menu, right-click, then Configuration and Monitoring, Configure System Replication. There are two actions possible. We can unregister the secondary system, or we can disable system replication altogether. Let's start with this one. Click Next. This window returns some information from the name server, source system hostname and instance number. You can select to ignore secondary system and click Next to review configuration summary. Finish will perform the action. However, this will return an error. There are still secondary sites attached, is mentioned. Okay, let's go back. Now select Unregister Secondary System. Click Next, and then there is a long bit of text. Let's zoom in a bit. Note, you are performing the unregister action on the primary system. This deletes only the metadata of the secondary on the primary. The configuration of the secondary is not changed. This means that when the secondary is started, it will still try to replicate data from the primary but fail. To successfully start the secondary system, you need to perform either a takeover or perform the unregister action. More information, see SAP note 1945-676. Well, let's take a look at that note. Title is Correct Usage of the HTTP NSUTIL SR Unregister command. The command can leave a system in an unexpected and sometimes erroneous state. Reason: command not executed properly. Solution: unregister should only be used in the following two scenarios. Scenario 1: secondary available but needs to be decoupled. Scenario 2: secondary system is not available anymore and the primary needs to be cleaned up. And then the remark, there are no other scenarios. Well, that's clear. Now we understand also the checkbox, ignore secondary system, that we saw when we made our first selection. This is clearly for scenario 2, when the secondary is not available anymore, uninstalled, unrecoverable, etc. But we are in scenario 1. The primary should be up, the secondary should be stopped, run unregister on the secondary and start it again. We will do this using the command line in a moment, but let's first return to Studio. And the same steps apply. So I will cancel this dialog, and now I will, as instructed, stop the secondary, configuration and monitoring, stop system. Very good. Then configuration and monitoring, configure system replication, unregister secondary system. Next, finish. Okay, now we're done on the secondary. We can start it again or not, but this system is no longer aware of any replication. And now we need to return to our primary system, configuration and monitoring, configure system replication, disable system replication. Note that this is now the only selection we can make, as there are no longer any systems connected. Click Next, Next, and finish. Well, that's it. Let's return to our monitoring view, and system replication has disappeared. Let's review our steps. We need to stop HANA on the secondary, unregister, and then on the primary or source system, disable replication. These are the commands that HANA Studio runs in the background when we click Next and Finish. So now let's do the same on the command line. I have enabled system replication again on both hosts. Now in the terminal session on the secondary system, I will stop HANA, HTTP stop, and then unregister. There's a caution that I must start the database in order to complete the unregistration. So let's do an HTTP start to start HANA. Then on the primary node, we can disable replication. Same command, HTTP NSUtil -sr disable. That's it. Disabling system replication is documented in the SAP HANA Administration Guide, Chapter 4. You can read or download this guide free of charge from the SAP Help portal on help.sap.com. Thank you for watching this SAP HANA Academy video.